A very good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Today we'll be learning loggers. So what is a logger and why it is very useful when we develop a project? We'll be learning and implementing in nestjs application. It is another framework of nodejs. So it's a short video we'll be implementing together in our application. Let's start together. So whenever we use the word log, uh, before that, let's understand why do we need a logger. So when you're working in any project in your organization, it will be very helpful when we want to debug a production bug or get some information. You know that lots of applications are developed, and if you are in or even in ongoing development, that time many a times errors comes. That is because of the project or some data wrong data sent or infra level some capacity problem. So error throws. So this becomes handy when we work in the project. These logs saves us understanding a root problem. Okay, logging is helpful in various operation. These guys production bug and some more info, even for the ops team. So whenever we after we have developed a team and gives the handover to the ops, so that time it becomes helpful. So they can these ops log can help them understand, okay, who is the guy doing this work, or some additional information we can put for them. Okay, so what we'll be learning today, we'll be using default logger for nestjs. So nestjs is a nodejs framework just like express, and no need for installing any other package sdks. There comes a very handy package, default package. It's called logger. It comes along with the nestjs part of the core when we install. So let us do it, implement in a code quickly. Okay, one last piece of information before implementing in our code. So there are 5 types of logs. Okay, so for if you want to understand, okay, this is a what type. For example, a general purpose log, for example printing the port number. Okay, my couple of these days microservice run, first service run in 70727, second service is running in the project is running another port. So general purpose log will help us. Warning, these are the one which does not kill the terminal, not fatal, but it's good to know. The error type of log is the one which destroys or kills the application. Debug, this helps us for developer, you need to get some logic understanding. For example, if you are running an orchestration environment, that time some of the IDs will help us fetch some data. Verbose, verbose is for the ops team. So guys whom we give the handover, they are they understand the project, but some information they need, some extra additional information, we can give that for the type verbose. Okay, so one important thing to note before implementing it, we never log any sensitive data. So if you're working in your project, lots of sensitive data is there, never print that. For example, card details or some document sensitive information, just printing those information which is handy to debug. Okay, so let us start with the application. So I'll be introducing you to one project. No need to go in the depth of the code, but we will understand it. Okay, so this is a nestjs application, a simple nestjs application. We need not go into the depth of it, but what does this application do? If I'll show you my Postman, we create a task, get a task, basic CRUD operation, create, get task along with some filter or plain, delete a task, update a task, these 4 things. Okay, JWT token basic, these are not required, but who is logging in? For example, my case, I am this user. I'll quickly show because it will be helpful. So if I go to my user, this is my database, Postgres. So we see that this user exists. Okay, Amir. And what will be doing now? We'll be logging with this user. I'll be hitting this and copy paste this token. No need to go into them. These are just for you think something is already developed. Now, for example, if I want to fetch all the tasks, get all tasks, what I'll do, I'll paste it over here. My token. This token is just for authorization, permission, if you have access or not. Okay. So let me remove this. Yeah, let me just hit this. Okay. So what should happen when I print this? So this API, the job of this API is to fetch all the tasks for the Amir user. So these are some of the tasks which I have, which is task 1. This is task 2. Okay. Now, so what we are trying to learn over here. So being thinking from developer point of view, or if sometime something goes wrong, so what are the things we can do where we can apply logs? Okay. So let us start example 1. So here's a documentation which I have developed for you. You can check it from here. See. So logger, no need to install any external SDK. It comes along with the nest.js. So first step is importing this logger. I'll be deleting it. I'll be writing again. Import nest.js. Here directly what you can do is this. So wherever you want to apply it, you come over here. You have to create instance of this. Const logger is equal to new case logger. It comes from nest.js. It is pulled now. Okay. So what we want to print? So we'll be doing printing 5 steps, 5 logging activities. Okay. So first we'll be printing the port. Now suppose your application using lots of microservice, Kafka layer, nest.js, orchestrator, modules, React.js, means n number of services. That time understanding the port will be helpful. So what we'll do? Let us print here. Okay. Logger dot. So we see there are lots of multiple type of logger. You can see the what to say details. Debug is for developer. So for us, it is a general information. So we'll printing logger of type log. You have to print something. Application is running on port. Okay. This port. And better to write the server name, because if there will be multiple application running, nest application is running on this guy. So whenever now we'll be loading our application. Okay. Let me kill this server. Yeah. The problem is that we have to print it after port is applied. That is the basic nature. Control S. So we can see now that see, the problem was that we have to always print after applying this port, therefore it was not coming over here. But the idea is that our first log message is here, and this one, whatever we see over here, this is the type of the log what we are seeing. So this is logger of type log. It's a general information. Nest application is running. If you have another application, nest 2 application, you can write that. Okay, orchestrator is running in this port. So that's the first type of log. Okay. So think like what information, where can code break? So in those places, applying log will be helpful. So next, yeah, in this API, so in get task API, we will go to the task controller. Okay. Over here, we will be writing our code. Okay. So this is our class. It's a general class. So we'll be again private logger equal to logger is automatically imported. Okay. Now one thing you have to notice that in the last time when, so every page you will hold one logger instance. It is helpful. Why it is helpful? I'll show you. So now here we write the context. Okay. Basically we write the address of this page. This is task controller. So whenever this will be printing, that time what happened? It's a class. So new logger. Okay. So whenever this will be printing, this keyword will be printing in the log. So okay, it's in from coming from the task controller. We can come here and see the error. Okay. Now in get task over here, we can log something. Let me see what I have logged over there. Okay. Whatever text you want to log, we can directly use there. Okay. So these information. So basically, if you want to log in, we are logging in get task. We'll be doing now. This is a class. This dot logger dot your type. So here, suppose we are typing of the type verbose, logger of the type verbose. Okay. So this is for ops team. I don't know. Okay. This guy has logged in. We have user information over here who has logged in. So whatever is your message, you simply, I'll be copy pasting this information because this is just a message what we want to print. Okay. So whenever you hit, like you have seen in the Postman that first a user signs in, and then they have to, so whoever has done that operation, for example, get tasks, those information will be feeded here. Okay. So over here, basically what is coming, I'll tell you. Sometime we can user can fetch all tasks or based on the status. See, open, closed. So first we'll hit the first one. Let me see, my terminal is green. See, it is good. Now let me hit from here. We can see that we are getting 2 tasks. Let us go to our terminal now. And nothing printed. I think I have to kill the application and start. Okay, it is here. Get tasks. Logger is printing. Let me try again. Yep, and it is here. You can see that based on the logger type, color also changes. So this is also a user. This is also helpful. We see that Amir is trying to log in. Now next time if I come over here, I have another user named Bobby in my DB. But you got the gist, right? and I'll copy this token. So we'll see this time this guy Bobby is trying to access the get task. So it's a general information, who is accessing it, who is not accessing it. I'm reverting this token back to my user. That's the first user we can do. The next thing what we can do is, yeah, the third example is this one. If suppose I have applied without any filter, again we are getting, I've reverted the code to my login. Then we see user Amir retrieving, filters applied 0. This one we have seen. So let us apply some logger. 2 more are left. When we are creating, if someone is trying to create a task, okay, that time, so where is that piece of code written? So nothing worrying about the code, what is this, what is that, wherever your code logic is there, you have to just fetch this guy logger and use the log with whatever data you have per page, per instance we are having. And one more thing, see, we have given one context task controller. So this time when we go to the over here in the terminal, we see it's coming from task controller. It's coming from task controller. Applying logger in create task. We come over here for create task. We are in same page, task controller. So in create task, our logic is written inside this. So we are in task service, another page. So we have to write logic over here. Okay. Let me initialize it inside class. Private logger. Inside this, we have to write the name of this task service. You can write anything. ABC, if you write ABC, ABC will print, but this is for the what happened, which we have not imported it. It's coming from nest common. So inside get tasks, no, we'll be using inside create task. Inside create task, I'll be checking the example I've used. Inside create task, which I will be simply printing the user who is creating the task and the data they are using. So for example, I'll just be before this dot logger dot, it is of type verbose, it will give information. See, we have some detail user who have logged in, so I'll be copy pasting this statement. Statement is not important, what you are intending for the user, that is important. For example, this case, what I'll print that, okay, user Amir creating a new task, whatever data like running or something I have over here. Okay, I've written this now. Let's open this. It's running over here. Let us go to the, let me sign in again. Go with Bobby only. We go to create a task. So inside create a task, what I'll do, authorization, I will print this. And the task will be to go, doing over here. Good. Say this information, okay, swimming. Now we have it over here. Now the ops team can see, okay, what happened. Again, nothing printed. So whenever we write code, actually You have to restart the terminal. It's not auto restarting. Sure. For example, swimming I've written. Me, it's gone now. Me write something else. Attend a seminar. Hit this end. Let me see. So I get one message. Okay, one something is printing. It's coming from task service. User Bob is creating a task and a seminar. Okay, so if we fetch this time using Bobby's ID, we'll be seeing we are getting information, right? And those logs will be printing based on whatever we are doing. All right, we are almost in the end of this video, and the last thing is obviously what we'll be doing. This is the main thing. Those were the information to view, handling the error logs. Okay, so for example, this we are implementing in the task service in the same, okay, in the same place. Whenever we do database operation, okay, over here, whenever we do database operation, there are chances that something go wrong, right? Some error will come, so we should obviously place inside a error handler. And here what we'll do, we'll put this over here, and yeah. And over here we can throw the error. So internal is nestjs throwing internal server error. So this is the error handling part of the code part. But here what we are trying to do is, if something goes wrong, we never know, something can go wrong. We are using cloud. Suppose I was using cloud DB, some error will come, so we should catch it, right? So we'll do this dot logger. We already have this of task service, logger dot type error. Okay, here we'll be printing the error message. I'll be simply using this error message. One thing to note that filter DTO. I'm using in the wrong place actually. Let me revert the code. You can add anywhere, but what I'm trying to do is show you. I was trying to put in this create task. Okay, not create task, get tasks. Over here I was trying to apply it. So if this query goes wrong, I've copy pasted this query so that we can save time from below whatever we have done till now. I use control Z now, so that's why it's coming. Okay, We did simply one thing. This query was executing outside. We just put one try catch block for handling the error. Whenever code comes over here, it's for sure that error is coming. Okay, that error is coming, and that message is coming inside this block. You'll see error.stack. So for user this one, so let us try to do this, and we have to fail the application now. I'll show you my database again. Let us go to the view all rows. Okay, we have title, description, status, user ID, and nothing more. Okay, we have one query over here. I'll show you. So here we're simply doing this column doesn't exist. Okay, and this runs whenever we have status of type open, any status. Okay, so let us, I'll restart again. I think it will not run. Application is running. So let me hit one more time with a new this body. Okay, this is the get. We are getting internal server error. Yeah, because we have changed the ID, right? That we do not have this status, this keyword. So we get the log over here. It's of type error, and we get the message. We also get the elaborate message. Okay, this guy does not exist in database. That's it. So yeah, that's all for this video, and hopefully you've learned something. The idea key is, see, recently we were using application. We are using totally cloud based application, Azure cloud. So we were using Cosmos DB, and lots of query was firing over there. So your error can come either from your code thing issue, or your database issue, or your data mismatch issue, or infra level something fails, your license expires, some error will come. Yeah, so what was happening, we were throwing lots of Cosmos DB queries or DB queries. That time 100% utilization was used and nothing, query was not working. So that time we got the one, due to this log message we understood, okay, the 100% utilization was and happening, therefore data query was not working properly in the application. So we required infra level scaling up. That's all for this video. I hope you liked it. Thank you.